If you're looking for a powerful tablet with really good accessibility that's not going to cost a fortune, stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Life. Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Amazon Fire tablet. This is the 10-inch version, 32 gigabytes, less than $150, and it is an amazing tablet, guys. I've had this for about a week, had a chance to play around with it and test out the accessibility options on this, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed. And I'm gonna go ahead and go on record and say that I'm thinking this is one of the best Android tablets with regards to accessibility. Now, before we get into what it can do, disclaimer, this does have the Amazon Echo Assistant built into it, and I will be saying her name in this video. So if you've got one in the room and you're watching this video, you might wanna put her on mute. There's a button right on top, you can press it and it will turn off the microphone so she won't keep going off every time I say her name. Just letting you know, you've been warned. The demo unit I was sent also came with this case, really nice hard case that has a cover, and it has these magnetic points on it that not only allow it to stand up, but will also trigger the on and off screen wake up. When you close the lid, it turns off the screen. When you open it up, it automatically turns it on. All right, so let's dive in. Let's take a look at the accessibility. As I said before, I'm really enjoying this. It's really impressive, but it's not all great news. There's a couple downsides, a couple issues, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So before we even get into the accessibility, one of the first things I notice about this tablet is it's very responsive. And once you get a grasp on how the user interface is laid out, it's super easy to navigate. Basically, you have tabs. So you have an app tab where all of your apps that are installed on the device will be in this vertically scrolling list. You can go to the left, swipe to the left, or you can swipe to the right. And this is all the Amazon content as far as books and videos and music, and you have an audiobook area. So it's all really easy to get to and easy to navigate. One of the coolest features that I really love is that you have the Amazon Assistant built in. And everybody knows who that is. That is Alexa. Good morning.
Good morning, and happy Friday. Congratulations on making it through the week. I never doubted you for a moment, even way back on Monday morning.
So that's really cool. Of course, she has the complete functionality that she does as an Amazon Echo, but she also has added functionality of being able to control certain things on the tablet, which is very helpful for us. So she can do things like opening apps. Alexa, open YouTube.
Here's YouTube.
Opening the camera, opening your music, searching for music, searching for things on the device. She can do all of that sort of thing. Very similar to Siri or OK Google. She is a little limited in some functionality. So like if I say, Alexa, how much battery do I have?
I can't provide that information for this device.
Those are those little tricks that are super helpful for the visually impaired. If I can just ask the device how much battery I have left and it tells me, it's so much easier than me trying to find that information out myself. But let's jump into the accessibility. That is why we're here. So we're gonna go into settings. Accessibility is all the way down at the bottom left. And so the first accessibility option we're going to focus on, the one that I'm really the most impressed with, is their voice view system. It's basically their version of VoiceOver or TalkBack. And since this is based on an Android system, chances are, I don't know this for certain, but it's probably based on TalkBack system. But they've either completely redesigned it or started from scratch, and they've really improved it. In my opinion, I think it works way better than TalkBack.
Voice view ready. Voice view screen reader.
The first thing I love about it is the voice. This may be my favorite screen reader voice of all time.
Navigate up button. Voice view switch check. Reading speed 1x Normal.
It's just a very pleasant, calming voice. So you have some options in here, but we're going to jump back to the accessibility screen here. One thing that I love is they've included the 2-finger tap to stop the talking. That is my favorite voiceover gesture of all time. 2-finger tap to stop or start the speech. I use that all the time because these guys, you know, if you've used any kind of screen reader, they will just yammer on all day long. So being able just to touch and stop the speaking, I love that. I think that's great. Now this one, however, if you touch again, 2 fingers, she doesn't start talking again, but they do have the 2-finger swipe down, and that will start talking from the last place it was at. So it works basically the same as just the 2-finger tap.
Voice view screen reader. Manage voice guidance settings.
Now, of course, there's a tutorial in here for the voice view settings. I definitely highly recommend you go in and do that tutorial. So for example, we have going back is a swipe down and swipe to the left.
Settings. Wireless.
Going home is a swipe up to the left.
6 rows. 5 columns.
They also have their own version of the rotary tool. It's a swipe down and swipe up.
Word. Window. Character.
When I stop on character like that, if I swipe up and down now, I can jump through the different characters of the word.
S-I-L-K-L-I-S.
So really intuitive, and as I said, you go through the tutorial, you learn how to do all this, and it just feels right. It just feels natural. Now here's my first negative comment about this. I haven't found a way to set a hardware shortcut or a desktop shortcut to turn on and off the voice view screen reader. And the other thing is, you know who on here, she won't turn it on and off for me either. Alexa, turn off voice view.
Sorry, what device?
Disable voice view screen reader.
Sorry, I didn't find a device named Disable Voice View Screen Reader.
Disengage voice view screen reader.
Fresh off an Emmy Award win, John Legend is sticking with
So,
5.
no matter which way I ask her, she just doesn't do it. And that's unfortunate. I would love to have either a shortcut or to be able to do that with my voice, because I don't use the screen reader 100% of the time. I jump back and forth between not having it and having it. And so it's not that easy to do that on this device.
Samuel. Settings. Button. Settings. Accessibility. Vision settings. Voice view screen reader. Voice view screen reader. Voice view. Continue. Button. Voice view exiting.
So it's not too difficult once you learn the couple of steps to jump in there real quickly and turn it on and off. The other main accessibility that I use with low vision is going to be the magnifier. And of course it has that built in. It's the very familiar Android magnifier. And I personally think it's the best one out of any mobile system out there right now. I think it's much more intuitive than the one on iOS. And I know I'm going to get some hate for that, but that's just my opinion, guys. I'm sorry. Triple tap with 1 finger, tap, tap, tap. And it zooms in, and then you use your 2 fingers to move around. 2 fingers at once. To make it bigger, smaller, pinch to zoom. So it's just more intuitive, in my opinion, as far as the different gestures. I also really love the physics of it. If I drag the screen over and I let go, even if I flick and I let go, it just stops. It doesn't go flying across the screen like it does on iOS with the zoom. That takes a lot of practice to get to be able to move that around without flicking it all over the place. And this one, like I said, it just stops. So there's no inertia physics built into it. And I think that just works better. I also really like the pinch to zoom, because we're all just really familiar with that. That's what you do on pictures, that's what you do on web pages, in your email. Pinch to make it bigger and smaller. It's just very familiar to us, so it makes sense. Some of the other accessibility options for vision, you can invert the colors if you'd like. You can also enhance the colors. You can put on this high contrast text, which is what I did, and also enlarge the font size. It even has some Braille compatibility. I haven't tested that, but I imagine you would connect it to a braille display, a refreshable braille display, and you could use it that way. So voice view has worked really well, and in all the different areas I've tested, it's worked pretty well.
From your books library.
There's a couple things here and there that it doesn't read. A window will pop up in the Amazon store and it won't read the text on that. But that's kind of par for the course with screen readers. There's always going to be something that it doesn't read very well. But overall, I've been pretty impressed with it as far as reading the different items on the screen.
Watch next. Jean-Claude Van Johnson, Season 1.
Oh, that's a good one.
Prime Original Series. See more, but Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. When CIA analyst Jack Ryan stumbles upon it.
Now, of course, this is an Android tablet, so you're able to install all the Android, well, most of the Android apps that are available for Android. You have an Amazon App Store, and it doesn't have all of them, but it has most of them. I will say that I searched for KNFB Reader, and KNFB Reader was not in the App Store. But as far as all your normal apps, no problem. I put YouTube on here, Facebook I saw in the App Store, Twitter, all of those things you can load on here and they're gonna work great. All right guys, well there you go. This was a look at the 10-inch Amazon Fire tablet. I think it's a great option. Once again, if you're looking for a tablet and you don't wanna spend $300, $400, $500, $600, $800, but you still want something really good, reliable, with really solid accessibility, I think this is a great option. So of course, I will have links to it down below where you can find it on Amazon. I definitely want to give Amazon a big thank you for sending this device to me and letting me try it out. I really appreciate it. As always, guys, if you have any questions, let me know down below. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and be sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the videos I put out in the future. I put out 2 videos a week, all about living life with vision impairment, with a focus on the assistive technology that can help make our lives more awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. Sam with The Blind Life. We'll see you next time. Alexa, say goodbye.